All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf Live. You know, I don't even know how to say this, man. There's been some crazy stuff going on lately. There have been four shootings that's happened that I know about in the past week, really, almost by about a week. The shooting of murder of innocent folks and children in Tennessee. Two young men who were barred and then brought back. I think they were they congressmen. I think they were either congressmen or something. Well, anyway, they're representatives. They were representatives, Tennessee representatives, state representatives. Both of them were black. They wanted to protest about the gun violence was going on because they don't think that the constituents was doing enough, and they're not. One of them, I think, just got reinstated last night. I don't know about the other one yet. Then there was the shooting in Kentucky. It just happened this week. Five people at a bank were killed. Then yesterday, there was a shooting at a funeral. Four folks got shot. One of them died. Crazy part about it is was a cop that was there inside the funeral home. At least that's the way it was reported, according to the local news station. That's another story. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be doing something out there next week out in that area. I'm not going to go into detail about that because you know, nothing dangerous. I mean, nothing dangerous or anything like that. I just wanted to do to a function, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. Now I'm having second thoughts. And finally, there was a robbery that happened an afternoon in Arlington, Virginia. I'm like, what the hell's going on, man? It's just, man, it's just the world is just topsy turvy. I spoke to a young pastor about this yesterday, and we were talking about it. We were saying, you know what? It's kind of weird. Prices are going sky high now for food. Cars are, yeah. That's funny. That's the other thing I want to talk about. I was watching something on the news where they're trying to push electric cars. At least they're saying about at least 2/3 of the country to have electric cars on the road by 2030. At least that's the story that I got. So I'm like, really? You're pushing an agenda, and I questioned it too. I was like, I'm wondering why all of a sudden these regular gas guzzler cars are getting high. The prices are high. Was just pricing some cars last night, and I'm like, wow. Now my car, which is in the shop, I gotta go pick up today. I'm gonna talk more about it on another podcast. They wanted to charge me if I hadn't had a warranty on my car. They were going to charge me $7,000 for a part to replace the transfer case in my 4-wheel drive. Yeah, 7 grand for something that honestly I barely used the last 3 years I've had my car, and I bought my car off a showroom. Barely used it. Barely used it. No joke. Um, my wife said her in her car she had a Mazda. Hers didn't go out until I think she said was it just after the warranty? I don't remember. But hers it was a while for hers went out. I know that. That's what she was telling me. But by the time her car's already paid off, that's another story. But the thing of it is that now they're trying to encourage people because more manufacturers now are coming out with electronic cars. More and more and more of them. I think Jeep is getting ready to come out with one. They've been talking about that for a couple of years now. Jeep is getting ready to come out with one. Kia has one. Ford has one. GM has a few of them. Um, I don't know if Dodge has any right now. I think they're about to come out with one. I know. Yeah. But a lot of manufacturers have at least one or two electric cars out already in their lineup. Um, but they're going to be required by 2030, which is only 7 years from now, to come up with have their line switched over to all electric vehicles. That's why I'm wondering why the prices of these cars now are going up. They're trying to encourage you from buying cars, regular cars. That's a crazy theory I just have, but maybe that's not what it really is going down to. I think what's going on right now is that the prices are exuberant, and they want to take they want you to take the financial hit because they claim that they aren't making enough chips for the vehicles, which I'm wondering if that's the reason why used cars are going up. But the new car prices are going too. Trying to get up. I'll give you a prime example. Now I've been looking around at a Kia Telluride for the last 6 months almost. I wasn't pursuing it for a while. I wish I had got that mug about 3 years ago. Like I started to, well, actually I looked at it, but I thought it was too much out of my league, and actually come to find it really wasn't. I could have got it, but that dealer was BS. I wish I had went ahead and jumped on when I had the opportunity. I just wish I had. But anyway, so um, I talked to the dealer out there, right? The dealer sold my wife's car, a Kia out there. Anyway, so I went ahead and talked to the same uh, uh, sales guy at the dealer. And I was actually, when I priced him, I was like, wow, this Joker's a little pricey. And I couldn't believe how much they said they were going to charge you for a new one, right? Base, like the lower base model. Now the base model is 35,000. Now these cars are so popular. There's no joke. They I saw a representative at an auto show a few months ago said, quoted saying, they're so popular that they nickname them the Cellurides because they sell so well. The used car, the used ones are as sought after as the new ones. And guess what? The killer part about it is that the cars themselves, the used ones are valued almost as much as the newer ones by just a couple of thousand, by just a few thousand dollars. It shocked me. Yeah, go look them up. I think the lowest price tell you right I saw was about just under 30,000 with 60,000 miles on it. Now that's only about a $5,000 difference between the used one and the new one, the base model. I kid you not. So if you have one right now, it's probably more valuable now than ever. You could literally make a field day off of it if you sell it because they're very sought after. Um, but used cars in general are higher now than ever before. They're more valuable because of the fact that they said that they're hard to find chips for these cars. But the new cars, just as much as the used ones, just as much as the new ones. I don't get it, you know. But it's all about this corporate greed, man. You know, they want to charge folks more taxes because taxes have went up too. But they want to charge you for everything else. In other words, they want the poor to support the rich. Ain't that crazy? It's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah. What happened to these all these they want to tax these the rich, all these ideas and plans and stuff they were talking about for years. They ain't taxing the rich. That's not what happened. Anyway, they're not taxing the rich. They're trying to get rid of the poor. That's what they're doing. You know, they're all in on that. It's ridiculous. They're all in on that. It's a damn shame. You know, poor people come from some poor folks, man, came from nowhere to try to maintain, man, a life, just so you can penalize them for just being because they're poor. For lack of a better word, that's bullshit. It really is. Poor people from my community, we've always got the brunt of the bull BS for years and years and years and years. You know, schools has not been supported the way it should be. Communities have not been supported the way it should be. The bill. I remember I was in Cleveland, man, years ago. We had all kind of stores and restaurants in just in my neighborhood alone. You know, and it created a sense of pride. But what happened was people started building up the malls and stuff. And guys, people go out to the malls that were supporting the local stores, and everybody went out there. You know, then they took away jobs, and jobs went overseas, and all of that, man, and it brought down the neighborhoods. Because I remember my neighborhood, Cleveland, around my area was thriving back in the 70s and 80s. And after the 90s, it just went right to pot because they moved the jobs out the neighborhoods. That was by design. I'm not gonna go into detail, but that was definitely by design, folks. That was something they were planning on doing. They didn't want you to thrive. They want you to struggle. You know, that's a fact. And it hurts me even thinking about that sometimes, just talking about it. Because our neighborhoods went down for sure that you know what. Over years because of that. Crimes in some neighborhoods are at an all-time high right now. And a lot of communities like that across the country. And really in some cases across the world. Makes no sense, man. You know? It's supposed to be about helping your fellow man. At the same time, you're burning them at the same time. You know? And the communities are the ones being hurt, are the ones that usually are the ones that had to support other people in the communities because the one percenters don't give a damn about you. They don't. They throw crumbs at you, telling you having a nice day. Well, they're having a blast. It's a damn shame, man. And they're not doing anything. They're not. They're not doing nothing. This is why I don't trust in politicians. I trust in God. And I told my old lady, I told other people, I said, I'm done with politics. I'm done with voting for politicians, man. I'm done wasting my time. Because you vote these people in, the only thing they ever do is give you a bunch of grief, a bunch of broken promises that they know that they'll likely never keep, while they're making backdoor deals to secure the interests of their own selves and their families. That's it. That's all they care about. I don't care about you. They don't care about me. I'm being honest. That's why I'm voting. Voting to me is really the great sham. To me, it is. I'm gonna say that. I'm sorry, folks. It's the way I feel. You know, I remember I went to go vote, and the first time I voted, I was 18. Um, many years ago. And my parents, who came from struggles, who both lived under Jim Crow's thumb during the 1940s as children. In the 1980s, where I was just, I just turned 18, they looked at me and I told them I'm going to vote. And it's like, no, we're not going to vote. And at first I thought, oh, I'm doing something great. I'm going to vote because I want to go vote to have my voice heard. I guess at the time I, being young and impressionable still, as an 18-year-old, uh, they were encouraged by it. And they went to vote right behind me. And they feel a little guilty. But now, knowing how things are in 2023, I'm preparing to this feeling kind of like, what am I doing? I feel that way right now, even my age. Although I was a little older, I'm a little older in my age now than they were when they raised me. In other words, they were in the late 30s, early 40s at the time, and feeling that way. And I was a kid. Now here I am, almost 60, feeling the same way now that they did. So that's all I got, guys. I just told my son last night, man, because oh yeah, then there was other incident that happened. It was daycare out this way in PG County, where a girl was filmed herself abusing some of the kids at the daycare. There was an erroneous story on the local channel, the local news station, that said family was defending the daycare. No, they were not. When you watch the story, the woman who was on there said her son had saw what basically was basically to paraphrase. Her son saw what was going on, but she never defended them. I don't know why that station wrote that out. That's what I have a lot of questions about the station. This is the same station, folks, where you heard the white newscaster refer to Obama's 2012 inauguration as the, and I quote, the niggeration. She actually said it on television. Yes, guys. And I'm still bashing Holly Morris from that station about that. She was definitely wrong. And by the way, she's still on this station years later. I don't even watch it. I don't even watch the news station that much anymore because of that. When she's on there, I turn it off. Or I just don't watch it at all. So, and I used to get up every morning and watch news. When she did that, I stopped it. That was 11 years ago. I don't even watch the local morning news anymore. At least not the Fox Morning News. I gave up on it. And I like watching Fox News for years, but at least the local Fox News. But when she did that, I kind of like, and they did nothing about it, I just forget it. Because if she was black saying something like that, if she had said by anybody of white origin regarding something like that in a derogatory way, you can almost guarantee they would have been fired. There was a black woman who used to wear her hair a certain way on the one of the Fox stations out here, and when I know she had stopped wearing it and started processing her hair, and before long she was gone. I think she got tired of it. That's another whole story. So I don't know if she was fired or not. I thought I heard rumor that she might have been, but I don't know. I can't confirm that. But nevertheless, man, we gotta stay prayed up, man. And think about what we have to do uh, to continue to deal with this mess out here, and pray for one another and be better to one another, because we all we got. And this world, boy, I don't know. Just stay prayed up.